Wilmington city leaders looking at replacing the bulkhead at the old Coast Guard cutter site along the river. That's the steel wall that protects Water Street from erosion and flooding. The city plans to apply for a grant to help pay the estimated $17 million that it will cost to replace it. Even if the grant does not come through, staff says repairing the bulkhead won't work not long term.
Whether we can get the grant or not, some form and fashion of protection has to be done along that stretch to replace that bulkhead. It is really in a shape now that repair of the bulkhead is a very short-term stopgap measure.
Neighbors can sign letters supporting the city's grant application. We have those details inside this story on our website.
People